Hello, everybody. This is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free, also known as Mira, here tonight with another episode of New Amsterdam. Sorry, I had to think of my own show's name. I'm looking through Decibel's playlist right now. Which, Gunnar, do you think that maybe after this episode we can get a link to that in the thingy?
I'm
In
surprised
the
we
in the
haven't done it
description?
already.
Yeah, no, we should definitely do that. A slight announcement then at the beginning of this episode, and we'll touch on this at the end of the episode again. Have you ever wanted to hear what my take on what a cyberpunk world would sound like? Well, it's mostly a lot of drum and bass, hardcore, hard step, some hyper pop in there.
Why
It's
don't we
even a
talk
little
about
bit
all
of
the lovely
rock
bands, all of the
and
lovely band
punk.
names?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I can say some of these on stream. Uh, you got Machine Girl. You have Sewer SLVT, and that's how I'm going to refer to them on stream.
Uh-huh.
Um,
What
uh
about
huh,
the
uh
other
huh.
one? The one that
Oh, I'm
starts
not
with
talking
gore.
about. I can say gore shit all I want. Yeah, gore shit's on there. Gore shit's great. There's also one about people who are in their early 20s, and we're not going to say their name, but they're really good. Let's see. 100 Gex are on there for any of you people, and some Death Grips. So there we go. That Venn diagram is a circle, and we just ticked it. Uh, let's see here. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff. It's a very party, dancey playlist, and it is the playlist that, in canon of this story, are all songs that were written by Decibel or made with heavy collaboration with Decibel. So my in-universe explanation of, oh yeah, Machine Girl exists. This is just a Decibel remix of a Machine Girl song because Machine Girl made it different in this universe. You know what I mean? But yeah. So anyway, with my shilling of my playlist, which is my pride and joy, out of the way, we're gonna start tonight's episode. Scene in your van, the radio. You're listening to the radio probably, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yes,
have it
no?
on.
Okay. You've got the radio on, and you're noticing it's starting to rain pretty heavy. And you hear, all right, listeners, tonight is the night we have Storm Watch 2K32. Call in with your most interesting lightning pattern and make sure to get a click of that on your optics or specs. Hey, and even if you've got an agent, you might be able to do something with it. Just watch that shutter speed. Send in your best pick, and the winners are going to get featured on our social media page for 3 hours. That's right, 3 whole hours of free advertising space, sort of thing. And it goes into a you look at your agent or maybe your dash agent or something like that, and you see the much more clear explanation is, oh, really heavy rain is moving in, because it's always raining to one degree or another in New Amsterdam. It's very rare that you get a sunny day. Um, very rare that you don't get an overcast day, at the very minimum, and even rarer so that the sun peeks its way through. And the rain in New Amsterdam, for those of you who haven't lived in the city, any city, when it rains in a city, it's not all refreshing like it rains out in rural areas. You know, some places
so
like
gross.
rural areas, rain makes it.
Acid rain.
It's yeah, so no. Gross. Yep. Rain in the city. Well, first of all, you have old canals that are hooked up to weak sewer systems. So gray water can, seep up because of overfilling. You've got the canals themselves, which can also overfill. The clouds are highly acidified, and some are even toxified to the point where every once in a while you'll get a storm that's just so hazardous. They're like, hey, yeah, you just need to stay inside for the next week. And then, most of the people outside of it either, get very sick or die. And that's just kind of the world, Scene right now, it looks like a mostly harmless rain that's not even going to strip the paint off your car, But you can tell that it's very, very heavy rain starting to come in a big front. Kind of as you're doing that, all of the rest of you are in the van too, talking about Iwasaki and Cash, Am I missing anyone? No. And then Bit Crusher and this no name Mook are kind of in the back of this van. What is conversation in the van like right now, or is there conversation? Because right now it's Scene, Iwasaki, and Cash. And I know Cash is a talker, but
Cash is struggling.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm shooting a text to Lucky, letting her know ahead of time about Dieter's death.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I got that out before we got there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hearing that on the radio, I think Cash is gonna just do that. She's gonna sightsee for lightning strikes, and she's gonna absolutely turn her shutter speed way down.
Yeah.
And it's fucking wild because it's like she's messing with the side of her head.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And my eyes will light up as I'm dialing in my settings and whatnot. But I'm not really. I'm completely. What is the word that I'm
It's a
looking for?
distraction.
Dissociation.
Yes, I'm completely disassociated with everything else that's going on right now.
I like how I just kind of vomited out the kind of approximation of the word, and you're like, that one.
That's the one. That's the word I was looking for.
I mean, it's kind of the way that a disassociating person would say disassociating.
It is. So that's me.
Yeah, and who's in shotgun? Is it Cash
Dieter.
or Iwasaki?
Sorry.
I
God.
don't know. Iwasaki, did you want to be shotgun or did you want me to be shotgun?
No, you can be shotgun.
Okay, yeah, I'll be shotgun.
So Cash, you're in the back. Iwasaki,
No,
you have.
I'm in the front.
Yeah, she's in the front.
Or
She's
wait.
shotgun.
Yeah. Iwasaki's in the back, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Iwasaki, you're in the back. You hear first of all, the dude that got tied up, he's just whimpering and he's staying as far away from you as possible. He's terrified. He's quiet. He's very quiet. He's pissed himself. And he's obviously very terrified of you. Because he's in the back with you, and I don't know how you have him tied up. Do you just have his hands cuffed? Do you have him hog-tied?
Probably a type of hog tie.
Okay, he's fucking, he's stiff as a board. He's not moving except for trembling. Meanwhile, you have Bit Crusher in the back, who's who's basically and you tied her up too, right?
Yeah.
Same sort of scenario. Did you only tie her hands? How'd you do Bit Crusher?
Oh no, similar type of hog tie.
Okay. Yeah, she's on the ground. She's like, this is really undignifying and also pretty fucking just really shitty. If you just untied my feet, I could just walk in just fine and I wouldn't have to worry about any of this shit. But you guys have just decided, oh yeah, let's go and tie down the DJ. Yeah, the DJ's a real fucking threat.
I eventually come up to her with a cloth in my hand and gag her.
Yeah, and you just hear sort of thing. She still tries to talk through that.
Honestly, if you weren't going to do something, I was going to lean back well, we can have your feet tied or your feet off, your choice.
Oh, dang.
But you got it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the roach ganger, who's in this white and pink jumpsuit, he's doing his very best to not make eye contact with you. Which is failing terribly because he can't help but look at you in fear, but then you'll notice and then he'll just get terrified.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he
does not care.
He's super scared.
I just look at him and smile.
Oh god, it's fucking. He closes his eyes really tight and just you hear a small whimper come out, But yeah, you guys head back to the club scene. I'm assuming you pull in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pull in the back. and the door starts to come down, and Lucky is there waiting for you.
Did I get pictures of like lightning strikes while we were out though?
You got some pictures of lightning strikes.
Okay. I'm gonna be like thumbing through my agent looking at those
Mm-hmm.
as I get out of the car.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna notice Lucky right away.
Okay.
I might almost walk past her by accident. Like it's not intentional. I'm not trying to like brush anybody off. It may look
Yeah.
that way though.
She
But yeah, I'm gonna walk past.
she treats you much the same.
Oh, wait. Oh, I thought, is Gunner not here for this?
No, Gunner's here.
Oh,
I'm
what the
so
fuck is going
confused.
on? Okay. And maybe I'll like, yeah, okay. So as I walk by, I think I'll like stop before I take my next step and walk backwards like the 2-3 steps and be like, "What's up, girl?"
She looks at you and goes, "Team meeting, on my mark," and then like just walks towards scene.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking.
Yeah.
I've like hopped out and popped open the back, and I'm probably like slinging. What's her name? The girl.
Bit Crusher?
Bit Crusher. Yeah, probably slinging Bit Crusher up over my shoulder.
Yeah. You Lucky kind of looks back at a couple. You actually recognize them. They're barbacks. And they look pretty terrified. She like nods at them and then has them come up to the truck and grab both of the people from you.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. And she looks at you, Scene, and she goes, "Be ready for a team meeting."
Always.
Yeah. And yeah, she disappears up the stairs.
I'm so confused.
Lucky.
Out of character.
So Lucky. You there, Gunner?
That's a yes.
Gunner, what are you doing?
So Lucky. You don't really know what time it is. You also don't really. It takes you a second, but you realize you're in your office and you're holding something, and that something's wet. And you look down, and it's a knife, and the knife is sticking out the rib cage of some guy who has like a pink and white jumpsuit on. Looks like a nobody. And there's just this super brightly colored, super brightly like dressed, like girl, beside in a chair beside him, and she looks fucking terrified.
Well, shit, I was going to keep him alive.
Okay, well, the first thing she's going to do is she'll let go of the knife in this guy's ribcage.
He, at this point, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
You notice there's a few stab wounds. They're pretty tightly placed. It's one in the throat, one in the heart, and then one in the ribs in the heart again.
All right, then fine. We'll keep the knife. I'll take that.
Okay.
And probably just turn for a moment to look at this person. Then she'll go behind the desk. Sit down, grab probably a tissue off the desk, and start cleaning the blade. She'll probably hit the speed dial for Boris while she's cleaning.
Yeah. And Boris, he picks up pretty quick and goes, "Hey, what is up, boss?"
It seems there's been a mess made in my office. Could you send some people to take care of it?
What kind of mess?
It is one that needs discreet attention.
How discreet? I can pull a couple of Dutchmen off it.
No. You have any barbacks that aren't busy? Preferably the ones that grabbed these bodies?
Yeah, I think that they're still in break room. You gave them rest of night off, but they're still here, I think.
Tell them to come up and take care of this, then they can go.
You got it. Kinda click.
And all the while she's doing this, she's scrolling through her agent.
Yeah.
After
you're
she's
scrolling
finished cleaning
through
this night.
Yeah. Dieter's dead. There was an absolute massacre at this place. This is one of the gangers from that place. And also, you have Bit Crusher in your office. You've got those in your notes.
So, put your phone down. And probably stands up, goes around her desk just to sit on the edge of it, facing Crusher.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes.
And she's got like tears welling up in her eyes.
She goes, "You've caused us quite a lot of trouble."
And yeah, Crusher doesn't respond. She's just kind of trembling.
First, you decide to fuck with Decibel, which is a big no-no. But then, when we decide that it's time to come talk, one of my people ends up dead? Oh, man. I'm sure it's not your fault, but at this point it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, and she's still not... She's just too terrified to talk, you know?
So let's just make this plain and simple. You need to make it up to me. How are you going to do that?
And at this point, she bursts into tears. And she goes, I don't have any money. I don't have anything. I've just been doing this to try and, I don't know, something. And this even strikes you as weird. You don't, she clearly did not have a Scottish accent. And at this point, you realize, oh, she's got a voice modulator like you. It's like a bulkier one.
Is it on now, or is it off?
It's off now.
Okay. She, she's probably... No, she's not wearing her sunglasses at this point. Leans back, kind of looks at the ceiling for a moment, looks forward again. If I really wanted money, do you think you'd be here?
And she's just like burst, like she's full crying at this point. She's like, I don't know. And it's at this point you hear, you hear a knock at your door.
Come in.
Yeah, two barbacks come in, and immediately one of them kind of turns for a second and walks out, and takes a breath. The other one looks at this and is anxious, but not immediately like shocked. You know?
Yeah, and here, take this downstairs. Be discreet about it.
Yeah, and
go ahead
one
and
looks at the other one. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead and call our friend. Have him arrange a pickup.
Kinda, they look at each other a little confused.
She probably pauses for a moment and then... All right. She does the finger gun thing and she shoots the details for our guy who takes bodies. Fuck, we didn't grab his name yesterday or last time.
Did
you make a new
his
one?
Name?
Was it Petrov?
Yeah. Was it? No, it wasn't Petrov because that's from my other game.
Oh, okay.
It was we did not make the
Hold on, let me check my lists again.
No, yeah, we didn't make the name, I don't think.
Is that vague?
Vage. No, Vage is an alcohol.
Hold on. I think I put his name. Oh, it's on my other list this time. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Should be. Come on, contacts. God damn it! Can I not write anything down? Jesus Christ.
Let's see. Let's see here. We're gonna call him.
It's not Reyes, is it?
Yeah, it's Reyes. That's it.
Okay, because I didn't finish that note.
I forgot that his name was Reyes, but thank you. The meat vendor is what we'll call him, because I'll remember that. Yeah, you shoot them Reyes's contact. Yeah, and immediately he kind of looks and goes, "Go get a tarp," you know. And the other guy like gulps down and goes and starts leaving to get a tarp, and like they're doing stuff in the background to clean this up.
That's
what are you doing while they're doing that?
Yeah, she looks back at Crusher.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, what are you going to do to make up for what's happened tonight?
And she kind of looks around, and like just seeing the casualness of this brutality, she's like, I don't know. I'll play your club for free. I'll help Decibel with that, whatever he needs.
You're not going to play this club for free, because then you would be right back in the situation you were, except instead of dying ignominiously by yourself, we would have these sorts of types, she says, pointing at the body being, taken out in a tarp.
Yeah.
Coming to our place. So no, you won't be doing this for free. There'll be some room in the budget for you to get a salary to live off of. But you're absolutely right. First, you will apologize to Decibel. And then you will do whatever he needs you to do, whenever he needs you to do it.
He's like, or she's like, yes, ma'am. Whatever you say.
I just want to make one thing very clear. In that head of yours right now, you're thinking, as soon as I get out of this office, I'm going to buy the first ticket out of New Amsterdam, and then I'm going to get as far away from this place as possible. Let me just tell you how that will end for you. It doesn't matter how far you run. It doesn't matter how long you're away. I'm not forgetting. And I will not forgive something like that. You want that to happen to you? She says, pointing at the now empty chair. All you have to do is try and leave the city or not show up when we ask you to. It doesn't matter to me how long it takes, how far I have to go. If you skip town or skip out on us, you're done.
And she like nods her head slowly, just fucking terrified.
She hits another speed dial on an agent. On the agent.
Yeah.
This time she's probably gonna call. Actually, what is? Do I have this on my cruise list? Nope. It's on my general. Lady's name that runs the server side of things.
The what?
The server side of things.
Where?
Here at Tartarus. I forget her name.
Oh, yeah, sorry. NPCs, do I have it? Damn it, I've got it on the thing over here. Hold on, I have to go to Roll20. Sorry.
Because you get it
Sorry,
to me, I'll
stream.
write it down. It's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, you call her.
Yep.
She's like, like, hello, how, or she's like, well, hey, boss, what's up?
Do you have someone that's not particularly busy at the moment? I have someone here that needs to be escorted to Decibel.
Kind of goes, it's Lisa, by the way.
All right, let me put that down.
Yeah, she's like, well, sure. I mean, you want one of the cocktail waitresses?
Doesn't need to be that fancy.
All right. Well, I mean, that's the least fancy that we've got.
Doesn't bother me.
Kind of goes, well, all right. Well, I'll send one. To your office?
That'd be right.
You got it. And starts sending someone. And at this point, one of the bar backs is mopping on the floor. Kind of mopping up the last of the spot.
And she probably looks at him and says, when you're done, you can both have the rest of the night off.
The dude mopping kind of sternly nods, and the guy kind of behind him is kind of back by the door a little bit, like a little past the threshold of the door. You're not really sure what he's doing, but it doesn't really bother you, I mean, it might, but he's just kind of like holding back, waiting for his buddy to be done, essentially.
No, doesn't bother me at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would wait for the the cocktail waitress to get here. Basically, I just didn't want to make these barbacks also have to do this.
Yeah. No. She the cocktail waitress comes up and then kind of squeeze right by one of the barbacks, the barback who's mopping, who just finishes up immediately, and she goes, cocktail waitress goes, "Hi, you spill a drink in here?"
Something like that. This is Bit Crusher. Decibel will know her. She now works for us. Make sure she gets there.
Mm-hmm. And she like reaches down her hand and goes, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm really excited to be working with you now, sort of thing. Like, here, let me show you over to Decibel,
That shouldn't be funny, but the cluelessness in this situation is a little humorous.
No, for sure.
Some dark
but yeah, she gets taken out of the office, And at this point, you are now alone in your office.
All right. Okay. I mean that's pretty much all I had.
Okay. Scene. Been like an hour and a half. You know that a body got carried out of the building, but Lucky still hasn't called that meeting.
Trying to think if I would question her on that or not. I'll probably I'll probably just head up there.
Yeah. You head up, and Lucky's just hanging out in her office doing business.
Just kind of like knock on the frame as I walk in.
Looks up. Yes, see.
So, we supposed to be having a meeting, or are we gonna continue our other missions here?
Yeah, she takes her phone and types out a general text to everybody meeting in private lounge now. She stands up. Well, of course. Let's get to it.
And you guys head down to the general meeting room. I'm assuming that everybody, Trinix and Serum probably have made it back about this point, right? Would you say so, Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys head back, and everybody meets in the private meeting room. What's everyone's kind of timbre in the private meeting room? Like what's everyone's vibe before the meeting starts?
Cash is stoned.
Yeah.
don't
when Cash got back, did Cash talk to Trixie?
Oh my god, yes. That was the first thing I did.
Yeah.
I walked in and went, "Hey, look at this really cool picture of this lightning strike." Also,
she's like,
Virgin got his head blown off.
It's like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do we have drugs? I'd like
yeah,
some.
and she would just pull out a puck of hash, you know.
Right. She's my girl.
But yeah, so you're stoned as fuck, Cash.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, I'm still coherent and shit, but I'm definitely not raw dogging reality right now.
No, sure. I mean, what edge runner is?
I don't think I've ever heard that phrase.
What about Suya? What's Suya's kind of timbre at this meeting?
Just quiet, but she's actually in a bathrobe right now. You had to have a shower.
Sorry, what was that last part?
She's in a bathrobe at the moment. She had to have a shower, blood splatter.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Suya's in kind of like a bathrobe situation, kind of just hanging out. Yeah, because I mean, you haven't had time to go home. You've been at the club waiting for a meeting. And all of you, by the way, who went on that mission have been told, like, okay, guys, hang tight. You can go home soon. We're just going to have this meeting. And then it took for fucking ever to get this meeting, right? Yeah. Let's see here. Trinix, how are you feeling at this meeting?
I don't know. My brain's kind of like trying to think about that meeting invite thing and how we're gonna word this to boss lady on the next step for the research thing.
Yeah.
So he's kind of calm and just analyzing information and how to present it.
Right. Yeah, and you guys see Scav is just shooting the shit. He's having a good time. Nothing crazy, but he's pretty normal Scav. Same with Felix. In fact, Felix and Trixie are actually they're getting on pretty well. But also Trixie's trying to attend to you, Cash, a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Felix is picking up on that and also trying to help. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And at this point, I'm assuming word has gotten around about Dieter dying.
I would hope so. Oh,
yeah.
Not that, but okay.
Yeah. You're talking about something completely different, aren't you?
Why else do you think I use staff?
Yeah, and it's also, all of you know a body was carted out of this place. And the two barbacks that did it were allowed to go home early. And this place has a bit of a culture of, like once you're done with your shift, hang around for a drink or two unless you got something important going on. Those guys were ghost as soon as like they were allowed to go home for the night. And I guess Violet is being quiet, moody Violet, and Skilch is shooting the shit, probably goofing around with whoever will talk to him, if anyone will fucking goof around with him, and finally we've got Scene. How is Scene kind of handling or themselves?
You remember that last time? He's got another bottle of alcohol.
Oh shit!
I mean, it's been a long time, probably quite a while. So
yeah.
Can I share that with you?
Scene will just hand it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to point out that almost half of the people that at one point have been in our crew are dead. Or Hacker Hank, and I'm not sure how to classify that yet.
It's its own classification. There's literally now a classification that's they've been Hacker Hanked.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Undead.
By the way, everybody Everybody say hello to Levi, who is watching right now. Hi, Levi.
Hi, Levi.
Levi, hey.
Hello.
Love your jeans.
Jesus.
Welcome. Everything's a shit show, and we're glad you're here. Sorry.
So it's about this time. We get lucky. You were taking care of a little bit of business probably beforehand. Who knows? Maybe you were playing up the dramatic shit or whatever. But you have shown up to the meeting now.
Okay. Yeah. And she goes, all right. So is anyone going to tell me what the fuck happened? She says, looking at Scene and Iwasaki and Cash.
She immediately is going to be like, detergent didn't wear a helmet.
Oh yeah, Skilch definitely like does one of those. Oh shit! Like knows he shouldn't have laughed at that.
Uh-huh.
You know.
God damn it,
Yeah,
Skilch.
he does that, and she's got her sunglasses on. Her head doesn't turn his direction. She goes, great. Now that we're done with being funny, what happened?
Oh, I'm not kidding. Detergent didn't wear a fucking helmet. Also, I would like Suya to be my battle buddy in the future because the bitch is fucking dangerous.
It was a case of wrong door, wrong time.
By the way, Suya, what's your reaction to being said about you? That bitch is dangerous.
Like I
that
in a revealing
cracks
way.
a bit, very slight smile.
Okay, good.
So, him not wearing a helmet doesn't necessarily mean he had to die against a bunch of no-name roach gangers.
It was a lucky shot behind a closed door.
They shot him through a closed door.
No, he opened the door, and on the other side was a guy with a shotgun. Something that could happen to really anyone. Unfortunately, he made the mistake of opening a door without, checking behind it. Or shooting through it first, but...
She just kind of goes, all right, let that be a lesson to the rest of you. In this game, you don't take chances. I mean, the more you do, the more likely it is for something like that to happen. Miss Bitcrusher has agreed.
Is this for meetings too?
Please
Say
wear
what?
a helmet all the time.
Is this for like meeting people too? Because then I might need to get a helmet because I don't have one.
Please get a helmet.
Let me put it this way. How often in a daily basis are you afraid of getting shot at?
All of them?
Then maybe consider getting some head protection. Now,
Skilch chuckles at that one, and he's not nervous to chuckle about that one.
Oh, no. I didn't look at him. It's okay, right?
No, I know, yeah. Fucking,
Go ahead.
Scav is like, yeah, that or like skin weave or I don't know, just something. Just don't get shot in the head.
All right. Well, this leaves us in a position to... well, in a position of needing someone to fill that role. Felix, you're on that.
And then Felix looks a little like, and then Trixie's like, hey, actually, might be you're looking for another gun?
Yes.
Well, I might know someone. He used to get me real good BDs. Dude's flashy, but he's pretty good at what he does. I can give him a call, see if he's looking for some eddies.
Babe, that's a great idea.
Says the already drunk Cash.
Oh yeah, so it's kind of slurred. I'm fucked up, babe. That's a great idea. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and she just kind of rubs your head, gives you a little head pat of, you probably don't pick up on it because you're fucked up, but it's definitely that. Okay,
it's the thought that counts.
Be quiet. You know what I mean?
She's a good woman. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of goes. I can step outside and make that call now if we're in double hurry.
That would be preferable.
Kind of, holds your hand for a second, Cash, and then, looks at Felix and goes, cut her off. She doesn't drink anymore. And Felix is like, only 3 more shots. I got you. Fucking Trixie rolls her goddamn eyes.
Oh, and by the way, Mike, it was 1,000 eddies I paid for that mural.
For what?
That mural I was going to have Trixie paint. I did pay 1,000 eddies for it, not 500.
Yes.
You paid. Yeah, you did pay 1,000.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at my numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
Am poor again. Yay.
Yay.
But let's see. Yeah, as she's doing that, she's going to look back and. So, let me just throw out everything we know so far, and we can all have the same baseline. Bit Crusher's working for us now. I just had one of the waitresses escort her to Decibel, and we'll see what happens there. Actually, is Decibel here?
Yeah, Decibel's he's not in the meeting now. I mean, you guys are during peak club hours right now.
That's true. Yeah.
So you
Yeah, she's probably sitting backstage currently. It's one of those. Well, Decibel's out there. He's, he'll get to you when he gets to you.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Well, at this point, we have 2 things to get to. I need to get in touch with, I have a meeting with the Mac. That's going to take place. Was it Canal Belt North?
Still? Nope. It's taking place all the way in Zeeburg.
Oh God, why does he want to go to Zeeburg? All right.
Who doesn't want to go to Zeeburg? It's amazing.
Because
he wants to go to Zeeburg. Huh?
Go ahead.
He wants to go to Zeeburg because he wants to show that he knows something about you.
Well, I would rather not be near Nemo. Thank you very much.
No, it's not that. It's not that. This is the warehouse that you rescued Scav from.
Oh, so he's pissed that I... All right, whatever. If I have to fight the Mac, I have to fight the Mac. This is the game we have come to, guys. If I have to kill every head character from every faction in this game, so be it, I guess.
But, definitely a realistic goal.
Well, do I have much of a choice? Anyways, don't tell me I can cooperate with people either, because that's not... No.
You can cooperate with people, Gunner.
Nope. Anyways, moving on.
This is the person you work for, everyone.
Yeah.
No, this is the player for the character that you guys work for. Moving on. All right. Talking with the Zween, I was able to work out a ceasefire between 9 Streets and the Lightners. We give them a time and a date, and they make sure Opp and White Wolf stay out of 9 Streets. Going to be talking to the Mac to see what else we can do there. As for our Cyberdeck adventures, going to need a group to go to the heroin house, preferably soon. Scene, you had offered to head that up, taking volunteers for others to go.
Scav kind of holds up his hand and goes, "Yeah, you got me." Felix is like, "I could probably get some good footage there too. Maybe a couple good interviews. Might provide a good cover."
Done and done. All right. I'm looking over my to-do list here. Let's see.